Welcome. I'm going to get into this book a little bit, read a couple little passages of it, and I'm going to talk about it and say my point of view on a few things about it. It's really interesting, really fascinating. It's called Near Enemies of the Truth by Christopher Wallace, PhD. So he is a renowned spiritual writer. He writes about ancient tantra, not modern tantra, but classical tantra, and it's like yoga, and it's very interesting. He's brilliant. He's been studying this stuff his whole entire life, and it's a good book. I've only read maybe the first chapter, but I love his work. I love him. He's amazing. And let's read a couple small passages, and then I'm going to talk about it. And you guys can leave your comments in the comment section below if you want, if you have questions or whatever. So let's get into this. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. Let's do this. And if this resonates with you at all, like and subscribe. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read a small passage, and we're going to do this. Of all the aspects of human life, spirituality holds the greatest potential for fulfillment. And yet, it can also be deeply problematic. It's true. It offers the possibility of more profound paradigm shifts than any other domain of human life, and the possibility of becoming profoundly confused and deluded. Yeah, it's true. Because the payoffs for years of deep meditation, or just however each individual evolves spiritually, the payoffs are like the best. It's like, think about it, like being totally cool with being yourself, being calm and cool in your body and in yourself, and connecting to your soul and God. You feel amazing when you're really, really in the zone and you're really connected. You feel really amazing. It's like a little slice of heaven, right? So say you buy a mansion or a Ferrari, you feel like you're in a little slice of heaven for, I don't know, at least a month probably, or a week, or little bits here and there. So why not just go right to the source and go right to your soul, or right to God, and connect directly instead of trying to get your fulfillment through external things. Not that the external is bad. I think in his view, in classical tantra or classical yoga, the world isn't a bad thing, and it's not just an illusion. I mean, some people can say that it is an illusion, but it depends on the point of view and the specific type of religion. There's so many nuances to even this religion has many different sects. Kashmir Shaivism, Trika, Abhinama Gupta. So there are pitfalls on the spiritual path. I think one of the ones he mentioned was he got a few degrees in different types of spirituality, all sorts of spirituality and religions. And he had a thing called mental jewelry. I've never heard him put it that way, mental jewelry. I got that phrase from the band called Live, a rock band from the 90s, late 90s. Amazing band. So they had I think it was an album called Mental Jewelry, or a song. I think an album. Yeah, and they were deep into Eastern philosophy. So he was deep into he had a lot of mental jewelry. And what that is like a degree in Sanatana Dharma, a degree in Hinduism. It's like, you know a lot about it. You can be very proud about it and very like feel good about having all this knowledge, but are you actually tasting the Zen moment? Are you actually are you connecting to the soul and to God at all? Or is it just mental possessions, mental jewelry, degrees? So that's one of the pitfalls. Being proud, being happy that you have all this knowledge. Another one he mentions too. He's a YouTuber and some of his stuff is really good. He mentions that believing, the difference between being happy about the belief that everything is one and experiencing everything is one, they're two totally different things, and you can confuse one for the other, because they both feel good, right? So you think that this one may be the same as that one, but they're actually totally different. So I think in Shaivism, so Shivaism, it's one type of Hinduism. There's like 1,000. There's many different types of Shaivism, but one is non-dualism. So non-dual means it's not you and God, two separate things. It's you and God are the same thing. So that's one way of looking at it. I mean, people can look at it however they want to. There's so many different sects. But yeah, when you slide into the Zen moment and there isn't like a big screen of thought processes and thought streams separating you from your current reality, this moment right now, this room, this moment, the breath, your current breath, the air you're breathing right now. When you're really, really in this moment and there isn't a huge, thick cloud of thoughts separating you from the pureness and beauty of this moment, you're experiencing non-duality, or the Zen state, or the flow state, as they say in sports, or the Awaken state. And of course, there's different levels you can get deeper and deeper into it, or it can be a light taste of it, or it can be a very deep taste of it. And that's the taste of everything is one. When you experience everything is one. So the pitfall that he speaks of is, this particular one is that you can enjoy the belief that everything is one, or you can experience it. They're two different things. So the title of this book in German, there's a German translation of it also. The title is Toxic Spirituality. So one thing he gets into is the idea that not always, but in some ways, depends on the individual. Western religions tend to lean harder on more of it's based on just a belief system and less of a practice. Not for everyone, but I'd say majority. And he says Western spirituality, like New Age, or things that could fit into New Age, is kind of like that. Not always, but in a lot of situations, it becomes more of like a belief system than an actual practice and a philosophy and a way of life. So like, I believe these crystals will bring good charm to my life. So I put them in my pockets and I put them on my desk. I personally don't ever use crystals, or haven't yet, but I could see how that would become like a belief system, right? More than an actual practice. So let's read another passage. What do you think so far? Any questions? Something you want to comment on? Feel free to comment. The perils and promise of the spiritual life are both very real. I have experienced both in abundance in my own practice. and the lives of my teachers and friends. So he has a lot of experience. Like this guy's crazy. He's literally his entire life. I don't know his story exactly, but it's something like I think he moved to India and lived in an ashram for a few years, and then took 30 years of university, getting degrees in, I think, Buddhism, Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, other religions also, and Sanskrit. I think he has a degree in Sanskrit, so he can actually read Sanskrit, which is pretty crazy. Only about 0.0000% of people from India can actually read Sanskrit. I know most of them take it in school, like they take a few classes. They're supposed to, they have to, but fully reading Sanskrit's like, it's like reading Latin, right? Same thing. It's like ancient Latin or classical Greek, ancient Greek. Actually being able to read ancient Greek or Sanskrit is you can spend many years in school to just learn that. It's very, very technical, very difficult, extremely difficult. Anyway, so he can do that. And I think he has a massive group of people that follow him, and he has a lot of programs and teachings based on his particular chosen area of expertise, which is Tantra, classical Tantra. It's like Shaivism or classical. It's similar to classical yoga. Let's see. Okay, let's another passage. On this journey, it is crucial to distinguish between religion and spirituality. We can say that the former consists of comforting beliefs, and thus, if we're honest, much of what people today call spirituality is actually religion. And the latter consists of the willingness to strip away beliefs to see what's really true. Oh, that's good. So that brings us back to the idea of, well, this is a different concept, but the idea of, if you're striving really hard to attain or to even taste or to be in the present moment, to taste the present moment, if you're striving really hard to get there, then that creates a distance between you and what you want. It's like you're putting it on a pedestal, right? It's like, this thing is so amazing, I want it so bad, so you're putting it way up on a pedestal and not realizing that it's actually closer to you than you think. It's actually your natural state, to more or less of a degree. Like our natural state, it'd be connected to God in bliss. But of course, life on earth is not we're not connected to God in bliss. That's kind of, we don't experience that. I think maybe when you're a child, when you're a baby, you're closer to that connection still. You haven't fully separated. So, but I mean, who can remember when they're like 2 years old? I can't remember. But I guess, say when you're a kid, like you're 8 years old and you're playing in the sand with some toys, you're more like your natural state. You're more like how your spirit would be naturally. More joyful, right? You're more free. You're more interested in. There's more wonder in the world. It's less covered up and less dead. And as you get older, the mind structure moves in, and the thought stream gets more thick with thoughts, and the ego adds more to itself. So there's just more and more structure, more mental structure, so that it's like it puts more layers in between you and the present moment, and also more layers in between you and your own soul. And there's so many things that can cloud that or get in the way of experiencing connecting to the present moment or God or your soul, like karma and trauma and memory and ancestral trauma. All these things, they jade you and they add more layers between you and what you want to experience. So when you're putting this on a pedestal, the Zen moment, you're actually pushing it away from yourself. Because look, you're putting it way up there, right? So one thing I used to say to myself is, don't try hard to go into the Zen state. Instead, relax into the Zen state. Because it's like you kind of already have it deep inside you, right? And the striving and the desiring of the mind is you're fueling more mind. You want to have less mind. You're taking away thoughts, taking away striving, taking away desire to just sink and settle into the present moment. So it's a relaxing into the present moment instead of a striving for it to more or less of a degree, right? So if you got anything good out of this, like and subscribe. I could go on forever, but we'll keep it short. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. So peace, namaste, and have a wonderful day. Bye.